And we're back with another episode of Who You Got. We got the crew here. We got Ryan. We got Jimmy. And we're ready to give you some picks for this week. Hopefully, we made you some money on Thanksgiving because that episode's already posted, even though we recorded it the same day. But hopefully, you had some good turkey. You made some money, and you're happy with us, and you're coming back for some more good picks. We're going to start how we always do so I can have a sip of my drink. And we're going to ask Jimmy, what's going on in the UFC?
So we'll have on next week's show, we'll have a better breakdown. There's a really, really good card coming up on the 6th. You've got Merab Dvalishvili, who has just been awesome, taking on Peter Yan. Peter Yan is really tough. Back to the top, getting a title shot. We've got Alexander Pantoja taking on Joshua Van. Joshua Van, we have bet multiple times. I called it before the last fight that this kid's going to get a title shot. He is. So there's 2 title matches. Then the next 3, you've got Brandon Moreno fighting, you've got Henry Cejudo fighting, and you have Jan Blachowicz. So those are all 3 former champs. So all 5 fights either have a championship match or have previous title holders. So a really, really good card. Don't forget, I have to check the dates, but we should only be a couple months away from getting all of these with your Paramount Plus subscriptions. Way less expensive. What a deal they struck for $9 billion. And let's go. That'll be great. But a great deal for us, right? I had to read, before we announced it the first time, I had to read the article 5 times to make sure I wasn't giving bad information. It seems insane.
Yeah, and there's nothing about subscription going up, right? This is all baked into the current pricing.
I haven't saw it, but I mean, what if, you got to think there's enough UFC fans that it'll pump up their subscriptions. And then I would assume that if they raise their base subscription to $19.99, there's enough non-UFC fans that would be pissed, right? I mean, I can't believe they're not charging anything, like $19.99 plus a subscription. You know what I mean?
So if I can have some, I think it's not shocking, right? All these sports are for sale at some point to the highest bidder. Look what these teams are going for. It's insane. I mean, what really are the Cowboys worth right now? We used to think like 8, 10. What is it? 50 billion? Is it 300?
No, they're in that 8 billion range. I'll tell you right now.
I know, but you get my idea, right? So all these sports are making these decisions, and these companies want to be tied to them because people watch it. UFC is very entertaining, and to have it for free rather than 60 that's a deal.
I mean, they're basically it's like $100 tickets at this point.
14.1 billion. They are the number 1 franchise in the world.
Cowboys.
That's what it would have said. But for example, the Lakers, right? What were the Lakers worth before that? 4, 6, 7, and they went for 10, right? That's more what I mean. Like, it's about what people are willing to pay, not what they're listed. I'm not saying that evaluation's crazy. My point is just that all these sports are astronomically just rising. All of them, everything.
No, for sure. I'm just again surprised that they didn't charge some sort of fee, because if they would have charged $13.99 or whatever it is for Paramount Plus and then done it for $20, I would have got every one. I mean, $20 is nothing, right, compared to what we were spending on it. So the fact that we get them all in for free, like, it's unbelievable. So,
but they're adding value over time, and if their subscriptions increase, I don't know, whatever percent, probably not that much. Like, it makes sense.
No, you're right.
It doesn't make sense. It's gonna piss me off because I don't give a shit, but I like all the goddamn shows I pay for on there, and I gotta pay more for all these shows that I love. I'm gonna be mad at you, Jimmy, and we might.
That's what I'm saying. Now you don't have to, but they could.
Look at the card they just put together, or in theory, like, are going to have something to do with in the future with 5 former or current champions. Like, that's crazy.
Well, you're going to see 2 45-year-olds fighting if my subscription price goes up, because I'm going to call up whoever the hell who's the clown in charge of this, and I'm going to tell them.
Why don't we have an actual fist fight, and they'll see how 2 45-year-olds can last 8 seconds before they're exhausted and killed over on their side.
I'm going to guess I have you by 60 pounds, and if I catch you, I'm going to feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be too tired.
After clawing at one another.
I think I can throw 2. I think I can throw 2 at full force, and then I'm probably just going to go eat something.
Yeah, well, the card that we didn't get a chance to talk about because we haven't been on air, that we gave picks out, you would have made some money if you followed, so we're still on a pretty good UFC run. We went 3-2, but one of the 3 was an underdog that we caught, so we caught and if you played the money on the favorites like we told you to, you came out on top. The ones we lost on were knocked out Darius. And I would have told you, when I saw what happened was he missed weight, and a lot of times when they miss weight, they're out of sorts and they lose. But that didn't even have a factor. He got knocked out in like 13 seconds, so we lost that one really quick. And then the main event, Jack Jack Della Maddalena, JDM, was dominated by Islam. We said that could happen. We said, hey, he was able to stuff Bilal Muhammad, or at least stop him enough to win the fight. Islam's generally the same fighter, just way better. And if he wins, he may be the top pound for pound guy. He won in decisive fashion, so good for him. However, we got Shevchenko right. We got Carlos Prates, our boy, the Nightmare. He looked fantastic. Knocked Leon Edwards out for the first time in his career. There are so many good fights to make at this 170-pound weight class right now with Islam at the top of the league. It's going to be unbelievable. Michael Morales, we got right. He also got the KO. So great night of fights. We went 3-2, and we gave you an upset, so you came out on top if you followed. And we will break down the December 6th card next week.
Hey, I apologize if this is rehash. Who was that guy? Was it Ewer or Ewing? Little dude who fought a big guy who was undefeated and beat the piss out of him.
Yeah, so that was
again.
a great fight. That was Ethan Ewing. He took that fight on 3 days' notice and came in and won. He fights out of Uriah Faber's. Uriah Faber has like a fight promotion, and he was fighting out of Uriah Faber's deal. He came in on 3 days' notice, and he looked really. I mean, talk about cardio. The guy fought for 15 minutes on 3 days' notice. That's staying ready.
And almost no wrestling. It was all striking and like fast paced, and he was pushing the center the whole time.
Yeah, it was really good.
You know what's not good, Jimmy? Being stuck in traffic for 4 hours.
It's not fun.
Because that's what I went through in New York today, everyone. Well, actually coming from Jimmy's awful state back into New York, so I blame Jersey for this as always. 4 hours, Jimmy.
Damn Jersey.
I thought Wednesday was supposed to be travel day for Thanksgiving.
Well, it's not all true, Ryan, because it was Jersey that really screwed him at first, but then right when he got off GW in Westchester, also screwed him.
Yeah, it wasn't great in the GW, but once I got on the west side highway, it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't good down in Baltimore either today, believe me.
I was hosed on 87. Then when I got to 17, it was a parking lot, followed by a parking lot on the Parkway.
Well, I tell this story just to lead into Club 81 topic.
Oh, Jesus.
So, Jimmy, here's what happened to me before we spoke on the phone while I vented to you that I was in fucking traffic for 4 hours. 4 hours. No lie. 4 hours. Serious. Something got screwed up. I was listening to the top 500 90s on 9, and LFO, Summer Girls, was playing, and it just kept replaying, and the screen was frozen. I'm trying to push it. No, that just kept playing. It was like a tape got stuck in the cassette player.
Awesome.
So I listened to that for 40 minutes.
What year was that? In 90s? I thought that was mid-2000s.
No, I was like 98, 99.
Yeah. So when we used to, I might have told the story before.
By the way, Ryan. No song.
One of the moves one of our buddies used to do after the bar, we'd go to this place, Panos, when we were hammered, and get coffee, smoke cigarettes, and eat eggs and Greek sauce. And right before we leave, one of my buddies, it's an old school jukebox that you can't press skip. He'd play Ace of Base, I Saw the Sign 9 times in a row.
I like that. That's fantastic.
Oh, man. That's a song.
Yeah.
That was my senior year of high school.
Now, Ryan put his hand up like it doesn't have the best lyrics. I just want to point out a few. The Great Larry Bird, Jersey 33. And Michael J. Fox with Alex B. Keaton. There's no better lines. Both true, both fantastic lines. Now I'm going to go back to Jimmy's comment about Greek sauce. Why don't you tell everyone what Greek sauce is? Because no one knows if they didn't live in Erie.
Yeah, it's just basically a chili sauce that a Greek guy made up in Erie. He called it Greek sauce. But it's fantastic. It's very good. Good on a hot dog, a burger, some French fries, whatever you like.
I love how he recognized that absolutely no one would ever know that reference, including me. And he just spits off like, yeah, you're right. And he just
nobody knows. It's a hyper specific Erie thing. But everywhere you go, you can get a dog with Greek sauce. You can get a burger with Greek sauce. You can get fries with Greek sauce. Fries with Greek sauce and cheese. Fantastic.
I mean, is your dream job mayor of Erie? Because I've never seen anyone more town pride.
Yeah. You gotta rep where you're from.
I mean, I don't.
I'll never live. I never want to live there.
Greg's got nothing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm from Hartford.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. No, I never would want to actually live there, but
But you love that you really went through it.
Yeah. It was.
Are all the people going on your guys' trip from Erie? Is that a whole Erie crew?
Yes. No, one of the guys is not. He's a brother-in-law of a guy from Erie that's tagging along.
I'll point out, Rude, that me and Ryan were not invited.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody's welcome.
OMG.
No official invite came through. But I will say this to Ryan. Only people from Erie would be like, hey, let's go somewhere fun. San Antonio.
Yeah.
No, they do it every year. The reasoning's great. It's a fucking dream, dude. When you got kids and shit, responsibilities, let's go to Detroit. Fuck it. You want to go to Toronto? No, his passport got revoked.
Toronto's fun.
Okay, well let's go to Indianapolis. Whatever.
Yeah, that's the whole idea is checking out cities that you're never going to spend an actual vacation on, and we can have fun for anywhere for 2 or 3 days. So we're going through this hit list of different places, and we prove it. That's how Detroit came up. Like, I bet we could have fun anywhere. You think we could have fun in Detroit? Bet we could. Let's go.
Greg, that was a very party poopery type of thing to say. Come on.
Yeah, well, that's Greg. Just
How about next year? I proved the theory wrong. We're going to take a trip, Erie folks, and Sassman, I expect you to be there. We're going to go to Topeka.
Whatever, bro.
Oh, it's funny.
There's no way we're going to have fun in Kansas.
What about Fresno? I mean, I don't know what's there.
Yeah.
It's still California, so something good.
I guess.
One of my favorite writers wrote that he had this story he had to write for Spin Magazine, and he had to go, I think it was Tulsa. He's like, so I get to Tulsa. He's like, and this is on an event weekend. I can't imagine what it looks like when there's not an event going on. He said all the street signs are named after Midwest cities like Detroit and Indianapolis. Like, these are some far off, like, imaginary places that are unattainable.
Have you guys watched the show Tulsa King? Oh my god. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Are you a fan? You just kind of threw out.
Oh, I love that
it.
show. No,
Good,
it's
okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I can imagine like that city when they do the overlays, which I assume is that city. You never know, I guess, but you can imagine when, like, you know,
I would think
70% of the people aren't there.
Yeah.
Every year I try to cross off a show that I have a gap in. So I just started Homeland.
Oh my god,
good.
dude! Come on now,
Again,
Jimmy,
every year-
you've seen that? Like,
Start to finish.
Every year I try, like I said, I try to cross off ones that I've missed, and this is Homeland.
Did you watch Dexter?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't watch to the end. I liked the first like 4 seasons, and I kind of tossed it in. So.
No,
the
Homeland
new stuff was good.
Homeland is very good. Yeah.
Yeah, so far, like 4 episodes in, it's fantastic.
It's the same thing. It kind of trails off. I don't want to tell you when, just so you're not like thinking about
But
it.
it kind of comes back.
Yes, that's my point. Just like
Yeah.
Sopranos, like season 5 was fucking trash, and then it came back like it killed it. I think they divided season 6 into 2. Amazing.
Wait, season 5, isn't that where Adriana took her?
That was like the dream season, I think, where
when
like
he was
stuff
in the
wasn't
hospital in a
true.
coma for a while.
Yeah, it was something fucking weird.
Was that not season 5 where Adriana got killed? That was 6, or was that 4?
I want to say it was 4, honestly.
That was a good season.
I think it was like mid to early 4. Like it wasn't long into it because she got all. Well, it doesn't matter. I could talk about this kind of shit all day.
I like when one of my favorite. It wasn't from that same people, but when Paulie and Christopher are in the woods, like, and they're like, well, it's New Jersey. And Paulie looks at him and goes, "Hey, South Jersey."
That's a great scene.
South Jersey.
Little Chrissy.
Christopher.
Well, all right, good. I'm glad I picked a good one, and I'm in for another good one. Last year, Jimmy got me to watch Eastbound and Down, the whole series. I only watched a few episodes, but he said you got to watch the whole thing, and oh my god, it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
So good. The first season, every episode is
so good.
Home run. Yeah.
You're fucking out, I'm fucking in.
Yeah. I like when he's sitting in the car and he's listening to his own motivational tapes.
Look, when we did the fictional draft, Kenny Powers should have went first.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that.
I am the man with the ball. I am the one who throws it harder than fuck. That's why I am better than all of you.
Ryan, have you seen that show?
No.
Put it.
Oh my god, you got to watch the first season. Yeah, I've been blessed by a few things in this life.
I'm thinking about another one right now. And I can't
like a
fucking
fucking
come
cannon.
up with it.
Cut dick like a.
I watched a little bit of it. I
Mind of a
think, at one
scientist.
point.
Jimmy can quote that better than anyone I know.
The mind of a scientist.
Good. All right. We'll go back to some sports, and then we'll come back to nonsense. Last week, college football. I mean, when you looked at the top 25, Ohio State pounded Rutgers. We knew that was going to probably come. Texas A&M really loaded up their schedule with Samford, but I'm going to give A&M credit, Jimmy. They probably could have won this game 148-0, but they were nice enough to only put 48 up, so we give them a little credit there. Georgia also with a funny game. They played Charlotte. Well done. What did you think of Oregon USC? 42-27. Oregon kind of never really in doubt. Do you think this guarantees them a playoff spot no matter what happens these next couple of weeks, or can Oregon still be left out?
I mean, if they go to Washington and lose the game, I think they can be left out for sure. But
Two-loss Oregon team does not get in.
If Oregon loses, what's going on with the Big Ten championship?
All right, so the scenarios I believe are Ohio State, Indiana obviously control their own destinies. They both win. That's a championship game. If one of them loses and the Ducks win, the Ducks are in to whoever instead of whoever lost. For Michigan to get in, I believe Michigan has to win and Indiana and the Ducks have to lose.
And if the Ducks win, they
The
go
Ducks
to
somehow own the tiebreaker over Michigan.
Yeah, and if the Ducks win this week, they go to 11-1. But Indiana and Ohio State both win. The Ducks' season's done, and they are a one-loss team, right?
Yeah,
and so then they're in.
But if they lose, and Michigan wins, Michigan's going to the championship game. Michigan might be getting in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting then if that happened, and now Michigan goes and plays Indiana. Now Michigan loses, another 3-loss team, but they took down Ohio State, and I would still put Michigan potentially over Oregon at that point.
Well, it brings me to the next game. Oklahoma beats Missouri. It was a very low-scoring game, which I didn't think this would be this big of a defensive struggle, or offensive struggle, I should say, defensive domination. But does this make the Michigan win again? The Michigan loss a good loss now that Oklahoma's moved up to back in the playoffs at 9-2 in the SEC, 5-2 in the SEC, but 9-2 overall?
I think so. And I mean, when Oklahoma started to skid, it was when Mateer was coming off that injury. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, right. Now that he's back in full strength, they're playing well. Missouri's got a pretty stout defense. So, I mean, and they held Oklahoma in Norman to 17 points. If Mizzou could just score a few points, they would have been a really good team because their defense was really, really fun to watch this year. But yes, I think it does make it look better. I don't know what you can say about the USC loss. That one's the bigger blemish.
I'm with you there. That was going to be kind of my next point. Look, everyone's entitled to a throw in a bad game. I think that was Michigan's just bad game. They should never have lost that game by as many points as they did.
No. And look, I mean, Bryce Underwood is not having some sort of stellar season, but he is developing before our eyes. Like, he's getting better as the season goes on. He's running a little more. He's becoming more accurate with the ball. I mean, I know Maryland's not a beast, but it was at Maryland, and he played a nice game, a couple of touchdowns, a couple 100 yards. So, again, I think we're a year off, but I think we should feel really good about the team next year. And the fact that we're getting, maybe even if they lose this in a 3-loss season and is a true freshman that was 17 when the season started. I mean, I think we're good things in the future. If we could somehow upset Ohio State, my God, that would be.
Well, I mean, when we say somehow, I mean, we've done it 4 years in a row, and 3 of those 4 we were dogs.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I mean, we got 4. I have to look it up, but this has got to be our longest win streak against Ohio State in how many years?
A long time.
As long as I can remember.
I mean, because we were getting pounded for a lot of years. Even Harbaugh was getting pounded for a while. Every year we'd lose that game.
Yeah,
I think it was Portnoy that was at the Ohio State game last week. Did you see that? Where the mascot had like a faux helmet on, shoving pizza in their mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, and Ohio State's finally people they look like the best team in college football. Don't get me. I'm not going to argue that, but they're finally getting shit for really not playing it. Outside of Texas, the opening week, which you have to give them credit for. Their losses haven't aged real well. I mean, or their wins? I'm sorry. Does the Illinois win really look that good at this point? I mean, with what Illinois has done,
No.
And I'm looking at. The Penn State win. Penn State has, it looked like it was going to be a much tougher schedule than expected, but they haven't. I mean, strength of schedule is not great.
No, but they haven't really faulted, and they didn't plan that. No. The plan looked ridiculous. Like good for you, top level.
Well, it leads me into my next one is kind of Notre Dame. Notre Dame has those 2 losses we've talked about at length on the show, Miami, A&M, and A&M on a fluke late play. but they keep pounding teams like they just slaughtered Syracuse 70-7. Do we care? Does it make them better, or are they just good against bad teams?
I mean,
Because I have a feeling this is going to come down because there's no championship game. They're still independent somehow. They're going to probably win this week. They go to 10-2.
yeah,
Are they in, or are we going to have an argument between if Miami finishes at 10-2 and doesn't make the ACC championship, Miami beat them, who do you put in?
No, that is a tough one. I mean, like I said, we were that Miami game we watched. Notre Dame really had a nice guy. It looked like they were just going to get the doors blown off of them, and they came back and made it really competitive. And they lost to A&M by a point, right? So that's the losses were good losses, and then they started ripping them off. To your point, they haven't played anybody really great. You could argue that Arkansas was a decent team. They beat Boise State. Okay, they beat USC. And they beat up on the good teams. Did you see the stat line on the time of possession on this game?
No.
It's unbelievable. Hold on, somebody send it to me. Like the
ACC is interesting because you got, well, I believe Miami plays Pittsburgh this week, which we'll get to. So Miami would jump Pittsburgh if they beat them, but you got the SMU would have to lose, but I think they hold the tiebreaker right over Miami because they beat Miami, correct?
I believe so.
And then if Virginia would have to get upset by Virginia Tech, and Georgia would have to beat the Yellow Jackets, which is very possible, obviously, for Miami to get into the college playoffs. So I don't see Virginia losing to Virginia Tech, but that's what would have to happen. But if you look at it, again, they're all ranked under Miami. It reminds me of last year where Clemson and SMU came down to the wire and they put them both in. So does a 2-loss Miami team get in if they beat a ranked Pittsburgh team this week?
I have a going left topic.
Yeah, I think they do.
Whenever anybody's ready.
Go ahead.
Here's my left topic. I hate that we have to try and figure this out. Why can't we have 20, 30, 40 teams somehow come top X amount with record and points against or points for or whatever it is and just work it all out? You know what I mean? Like someday in the future. And I'd like that for all of the sports. I kind of like March Madness that leads to the champion. No one has to decide this, right? Sure, we decide who seeds are and stuff like that, but there's a lot more people in basketball field than there are in the football field. I'd much rather this come down to the last 16 or, I don't know, 12 if you want to give somebody a bye and kind of go there. I hope that someday soon we see that.
Well, 16's on the table for next year, but the SEC and Big Ten won't agree unless there's a guaranteed certain amount of teams just for them.
I love that, and I would like everybody to boycott everybody but them. Let's just get a few more teams in those two leagues and have that be the elite, the Super One or something like that, whatever the hell you want to call it, above Division One. And fuck everyone else. I know they are tied in contracts, but someday soon, that would be a great thing to have. I'd love a minor league like that makes some sort of salary, whatever the NIL stuff is. I don't know how complex it is, but it would be nice to not have to discuss. And I know you guys are right, but like, so this is the decision last year. This is how this worked out. Like, why do we have to guess? Why can't it just be?
I think if it goes to 16, all problems are solved. I don't think there should be a guarantee like the SEC and Big Ten want. I think they'll get them in anyways. I don't think we have to play this game where because what they would like is no guarantees. Like your conference, you don't get in just because you won your conference,
right?
And that will get more of their teams in. I don't think they need to do that. Let all the conferences be represented like they have now and open it up to 16. You're going to get more of your teams in anyways. You're going to be the better teams.
3 out of the next 4 will be that.
I don't really give a shit about 17, 18, 19, but even with 12, and it was so much worse when it was 4, but even with 12, like, are you telling me, and yes, it could be a stretch that Utah wins this whole thing, but could Vandy not go on a run, get to the Final Four? Could Texas not actually live up to their potential at 8-3? They're 16 right now and actually win this as a 16 seed? Who knows?
Right.
Could Michigan not go on a run at 9-2 with that defense? And maybe, to Jimmy's point, he comes into his own in the playoffs and Michigan goes to a Final Four?
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
It's very doable.
I think 16 is the number too. I think and any further at some point it's going to get. There's always going to be somebody disappointed. There's always somebody disappointed. Right? There's always a tiebreaker in something and somebody doesn't get in. But I think 16 it would be a good number. You could keep representation from the other conferences, and then the SEC and Big 10, Big 12 are going to fill in the blanks, right?
So before we get to this week's games, and it's a great week, Thanksgiving week's awesome in college football, here's where we stand. We got Ohio State, Indiana, and A&M all undefeated. Right now, who's the best team in football?
Say those three one more time. Sorry.
Ohio State, Indiana, A&M all come into this week 11-0.
Ohio State's a monster to me. What I've seen, highlights and stuff like that. I haven't sat and watched a whole game, but they put up a lot of points and they just are beating people up.
I think me and Jimmy are going to probably wind up on the same team here. So, Jimmy, I'll kind of give my opinion first. I think it's A&M, and I think 11-0 out of the SEC has to be rewarded versus what Ohio State's done. Now, if A&M loses to Texas this week, which is very possible, and Ohio State goes in and pounds Michigan, well, maybe we come back on here next week and we have a different take that, okay, maybe it is Ohio State. They ran the table. They're 12-0. And I'll tell you right now, if Ohio State kicks Michigan in the dick and then beats Indiana, okay.
See, that's the best part of like these big dog teams playing the best. You know what I mean? That's fun. We're gonna have an answer, like you're saying.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm with you on AM just based on strength of schedule. They almost stubbed their toe against South Carolina, but South Carolina, like Notre Sellers, pretty good player. Like they, and they showed a lot of guts making that comeback after it looked like they again were going to get down. Were they down 30-3 or something? 37, and they came back and won the game. Indiana had the one close call against Penn State, again, who we thought could be a really good team. But Indiana's strength of schedule, even though I love them and I want to say Indiana here, is slightly better, in my opinion, than Ohio State's. Outside of the Texas game, they did go to Oregon and win, right? Who we're talking about. That's Oregon's one loss, and they beat them by 10.
Right.
And then otherwise, it's a pretty pedestrian schedule. So I think it's pretty hard to argue against A&M. But I think Texas Tech is back in this argument. I mean, I know they're not there, but I think there's a lot of teams that it could come alive here. This is going to be a great playoffs. Like I don't think any three of those teams should be unbelievable favorites. If we were making a play right now, I'd probably go down the board and take a chance.
Well, that's kind of like if you haven't seen the updated odds, I'm going to read them to you right now. And this is why I don't see the odds makers. And maybe they're doing it because they just think the money's going to come in on Ohio State, and maybe they have a little bit of vulnerability from the beginning of the season on Ohio State, but Ohio State plus 165 is the worst bet I've ever seen. I will take A&M 8-1 all day.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you want to go further down the board, you know what? If I was taking a long shot here, you know what? I'll take Ole Miss or Oklahoma 22 or 40-1.
Yeah, like I said, I think I'd go Texas Tech 14-1.
I don't hate that either. You know what? If I'm taking an absolute flyer, I don't hate Miami 70-1. They get in.
I don't hate that either. I don't hate that either. Carson Beck is a big time quarterback. They're talented. They got what's his name? That receiver, the freshman receiver. He's drawing a blank old guy moment. I mean, he's a badass. 70-1. Throw a unit on it.
Right. Yeah. You never know. They get in. They could do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do. Yeah, I would throw whatever your full unit is. I think you could pick three teams and put a unit on three of them, and you have a good chance of any of getting one home. But Ohio State 165, no. And Indiana, even though I would love to think that they're the team, I don't think 5-1 is good enough. I agree with you. Of those top three, A&M for sure at 8-1 is the move. And can you believe Notre Dame's also 8-1? I think that's a
terrible bet.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, by the way, the number was the time of possession was 42-18 in favor of Syracuse, and they lost 70-0.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's literally insane.
Yeah, Notre Dame rushed the ball 24 times for 320 yards. They handed the ball off.
They just couldn't tackle them. Yeah. Well, Syracuse again, not a great
You
team.
guys saw Michigan's up 22 right now, 46-24.
Great. Be a really good win for Michigan today, and there goes Jimmy off camera again.
I'm back in the remote. Change channel.
All right, look at him live time trying to flip over to his boys. All right, great week of college football, obviously. Friday, we got a full slate. Saturday, we got a slate. First game on Friday, Ole Miss. Again, they're in a position where they basically have to. They control their destiny, in my opinion, but they have to win. I don't think they're going to go to the SEC championship game, Jimmy. If you want to check me on that, I don't honestly know what the tiebreakers are for the SEC. But they're giving 7 in the Egg Bowl, which I don't like, is Friday at noon. But we move on. It used to be Thanksgiving night. That was a great tradition. But we got Mississippi State getting 7 at home from Ole Miss. Your thoughts here?
Mississippi State's been for a team with a 1-6 record in the conference has been strong. What's going on with the coach right now? I caught a blurb about it, but I didn't have time to dig in.
I mean, you're talking about Kiffin, right?
Yeah.
Speculation's out there that maybe he leaves and takes Florida or LSU. Nothing's been set in stone yet. Look, if Ole Miss comes up with the money, I think they'd be crazy to leave. My big thing here is I don't know the tiebreaker situation. I don't know if Ole Miss holds the tiebreaker to get in if they win.
I don't either. Yeah, I'm looking. I mean,
you're going to have probably the Aggies are in no matter what.
Yeah.
And then
you've got Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama, all with 1 loss in the conference.
Right.
I'm gonna lay the 7. I think Ole Miss is getting hot right now. They've been playing well. Again, Mississippi State's been keeping games tight. It's a rivalry game. Otherwise, I think this would be a 12-point line. This is the only thing that I can think. So, yeah, I'm gonna roll Ole Miss. I was against them last week. I thought Florida was gonna cover. I was wrong, but they beat Oklahoma. They beat South Carolina. I know South Carolina is not. We just talked about they played a hell of a game against A&M. They've lost to Georgia by a touchdown in Georgia. I think Ole Miss. I think I'd lay it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you here. I think I'd either lay it or look to put them maybe in some kind of teaser opportunity here.
No.
Right? Just given the touchdown, we can get them down to 1, even, whatever. So yeah, I'm with you here. I think I lean Ole Miss, even though it's at Mississippi State. No matter what, this game's usually competitive, but normally the Egg Bowl was played on Thanksgiving at night, and it made it more interesting. Obviously, those night games on Thanksgiving are always, rowdy. Let's just say, not that this might not be, but crazy things happen on Thanksgiving. I always felt it was usually a competitive game, no matter what the records were. I think obviously Ole Miss is a better team. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm with you. I'll ride with Ole Miss. Next one is Utah, Kansas. Utah laying 11.5. Obviously, we hate Kansas. I think Utah, if they want to, can absolutely pound this team. Ryan, we have no clue what you put in the chat. You can just tell us next time before you walk away. Did you go to murder someone in the murder room or what happened?
No, that's to the right. I went straight back.
Gotcha. Fantastic.
Sorry.
Taping him up. Yeah. I feel like
you silly boy.
It's in Kansas. It's the only way they cover. But no, I think Utah goes in there and beats them by 21.
Just because you guys have been so upset, I'm totally against Kansas.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Just have heard it all. It's so funny.
We bet against Kansas in a parlay last weekend, and we won. We hit on it.
Wait, Kansas lost? Weird. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right, exactly. No, but Utah's been playing well. I mean, we talked about them when they played at home versus Texas Tech earlier in the year, and they kind of got, I don't want to say they got the doors blown off them, but they got beat pretty good. But after since then, the only other loss was BYU at BYU by 3. I mean, I think Utah's playing good football. I think they go to Kansas and take them apart.
Yep. Sorry, Keegan. Enjoy your Turkey Thursday. I think you'll be happy Thursday, but Friday ain't happening for you.
Yeah.
All
Considering rooting against Kansas, it's a lot more fun, Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan, seriously, just throw in the towel. Chiefs fine, Royals fine, but Jayhawks, look, we'll happily accept you as a Michigan Wolverine / Kentucky Wildcats fan. You're welcome aboard anytime. This line, I think, tells me something here. I say this a lot. Georgia is a 2-touchdown favorite over Tech.
Seems like a lot based on what you guys have said.
That's why you think Georgia's the bet, right?
I sure do. I think the line tells us all we need to know here. All right, ESPN.com. Can you stop with these videos just playing whenever I click on something? I don't care about the field goal that was kicked by some loser.
You should care.
I don't. Sorry. It's at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so I mean it's basically a Georgia home game. That's Georgia's second home, in my opinion. They play there all the time. So 2 touchdowns. Oh my God, this is the best. Sorry, I just saw this come on ESPN. How much do you think the tickets are? The lowest ticket to get into the Georgia Tech game is on Friday. The cheapest seat in the house.
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech's in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. What is the cheapest we can get in?
I mean, I'm going to take a total shot in the dark, and I'm either going to be right on, I think, or way. I'm going to say 5 1/4.
Oh, it's high, but you're way off.
Okay.
The cheapest seat in the house. Remember, this is a huge stadium.
Yeah.
$175. The only reason I bring this up is just to take another shot at Kansas. What do you think the cheapest seat to get into Kansas is?
Oh,
14.
we got to get again. Yeah, $25, $30.
Give yourself half off, Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
$7.
$7.
For $7, you can see that garbage.
Not to interrupt, but we've got on the screen right now we have college football playoff based on current rankings. So Georgia, Ohio State, A&M, and Indiana get a bye.
Yep.
And it's funny watching who feeds in. Like who wins Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and then plays Ohio State. I don't know. I think both those teams lose to Ohio State. Texas Tech, Tulane plays to have the privilege of playing Georgia, who's the 4.
Texas Tech wins both those games.
That's exactly. That's the weird part, right? Miami, Oregon against Texas A&M.
So Miami's only slotted there because they're the highest ranked ACC team right now, but they don't have a great probability of winning the conference. So that could easily be Virginia or SMU, and both of those teams are going to get crushed.
Oregon's going to demolish either of those two if that works out. And
if
then Bama,
Miami, it's got a great game.
Then Bama, Ole Miss, who wins that one?
Ole Miss won, right, already this year? Did Ole Miss beat them?
I'm not sure. Ole Miss is 10-1. Bama's 9-2.
I don't think.
And I'm cheating. It's right on the screen.
Let me look it up.
They did not play. I'm sorry.
I don't think they played.
I like Ole Miss in that game.
And then who beats Indiana? I mean, Indiana versus them.
Indiana's not winning in that game.
Not winning that one either.
Because
that's a 2 and a 7.
Hey, thanks. You got some more videos playing at kickers?
Yeah, it's literally the same field goal that goes up every time.
Oh, right.
Palmer made a 44-yard field goal. Who cares? I'm glad his parents get to see this over and over again. I could care less. I hope he misses the next 32 kicks.
Is it a 44-yarder, you said?
Yeah, great. Who cares?
Yeah.
You guys have talked about it a little bit. Why are all these people kicking 63 and 65? What the hell is going on?
It's unbelievable. Are
they juicing? It's all of a sudden 10 yards bigger.
Yeah, a 50-yard field goal is what a 30-yard field goal used to be.
It's garbage. These guys, if they don't hit the 62, the announcers are all disappointed. I'm like, you guys got to calm down. Like Morton Anderson at 94 or something hit the first 63-yarder. Now these guys are blowing out 70 and 66 and whatever else.
I think you're thinking of Jason Elam, but go ahead.
No, Morton Anderson. Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure for the Saints.
Morton Anderson was the left-footed kicker for the Saints, I believe.
Yeah. I think he kicked 63 at one point. Elam might have beat him by 1 or something, but I'm pretty sure.
Because Elam was kicking in Denver with a thin air.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we talked about it, that there's going to be a point where somebody gets the ball in the 35, gains 15 yards,
and kicks a field goal.
And I know we had that discussion, but why is it happening? Like last week, it was so evident in like 2 different games I was watching. I'm like, he's never made. Oh, he made it, or it was close. Whatever.
I think we should shrink them to the arena football posts.
I think that'd be more fun, honestly.
Yep.
Why not? Put everyone on the same bearing. Those guys really, really make a difference, not just a little bit.
Yeah, and then we'll see if you're ballsy enough to kick a 55-yarder.
Hell yeah. Then 40 would be like a shot, you know?
Yeah, get the extra point back to 10 yards out and shrink the goalpost to what?
100%. I'm with you, dude.
You know what I'm talking about?
Because kicking's a waste of time.
Yeah. All right. Texas A&M, Texas. This line is funny. Texas A&M only given 2.5 right now.
It is. I mean, it's in Texas. I think.
Well, Texas A&M
had their close call for a really good team, and they got it out of the way.
So what you're telling us is Texas A&M and Texas are playing in Texas.
No, yeah, you know right. In Austin specifically.
Throwing it out there. Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
You know what?
I think this. I look. You know what I'm going to say.
The line stinks. I know.
The line
That's what you're going
smells
to say.
here.
Thank God I got 2 beers.
I'm playing.
Yeah,
Texas.
I'm going to get a. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to get a beer. I'll be right back.
That's the 5th time he's been off camera. That's fine.
Hey.
Oh, this will be fun because I'll bring it up and Ryan's going to tell me he doesn't know or care. Arizona State. By the way, that game's going to happen in Arizona, Ryan. The line is 1.5.
I think it's at home for both teams. I think they both take a win. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be funny.
Game is in Tempe. By the way, Keegan, to get into the Texas game, cheapest ticket $383. To get into this one, $152. Again, for you scoring at home, the Kansas game, $7.
Yeah, still respect though, man. That's a lot of people. How big is that stadium? Whichever
stadium's
Arizona
big.
one they're playing in.
Yep, it's a big stadium.
But is it like 100 or is it like
No,
60
no,
or 40 or something?
Mountain America Stadium probably holds 50 to 60.
Okay.
Yeah, Arizona State. They're playing in Arizona.
They're playing in Arizona, everybody.
We've reviewed that already, sir.
Good.
Arizona actually the favorite here, giving 1.5 in Tempe, which is where home of Arizona State. Does that tell us all we need to know, or do we ride with the higher ranked team here?
I think it tells us all we need to know.
Well, Ryan said they're both going to win somehow.
Nah, it's screwed around.
And I agree. I think they both get the win. Remember,
I just go with the home team in this
That's
if
why
it's not that
Arizona's
different.
favored.
Oh,
And Jimmy is off in La La Land. Levitt's
yeah. Sorry.
he's not playing. So hey, it's going off the rails early. I'm going to say it's Arizona. I'm just going to move on because there's no opinions coming from the other side of the camera. All right. Don't care about Texas Tech, West Virginia. It's going to be a slaughter fest. Miami giving almost a touchdown on the road against Pittsburgh. Does Miami get it done?
You guys have been talking about them really high, and again, I'm just going off of what you've said and little of what I've seen on TV, but I feel like they're due. They have the talent. Like, I don't know.
I think they beat Pittsburgh. I think they're better than Pittsburgh. I think they'll be ready to play this game knowing that they have to absolutely win and still maybe need some help. Give me Miami in this game. I'm going to lay the 6.5.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I will tell you, we're supposed to get some weather this weekend. Or at least supposed to be cold. And Miami is, I don't know. That would. I'll check the forecast before I make the final call.
I mean, I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, I mean, it does matter if they go play a cold weather game. If it's raining, it's windy. Like,
Oh, so should we do the show from now through Saturday? Make a fucking pick for the people.
well, I just said I'm gonna make a pick when we get closer.
And he'll put it on Twitter or not.
Yeah, he won't.
Yeah, we missed one weekend.
I mean, you missed the first 6 months. I said you were going to post picks.
Yeah. We got good at it.
I'm not being funny. I really did look a few times.
I had text messages going, Jimmy didn't post them again.
That's why I called you that Saturday
off
morning on
last
the
week.
first leg of the
We were off.
racing.
We
I'm
were
like,
off
I haven't
last
seen
week.
anything, dude. I need to talk, and you talk me through it.
I'm here to talk anyone through it. Well, not anyone. Mostly Ryan. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one else, please. Leave me alone. Vandy and Tennessee. Vandy goes to Tennessee. I think Vandy still has an outside chance to make the playoff. Tennessee is a 3.5-point favorite over one of Jimmy's favorite teams. Jimmy, does your boy get it done in Knoxville?
I don't think so. I think it's a tough place to play.
Jimmy's coming off a stinger last week, everybody. He loved Florida, and Tennessee just kicked their dicks in.
I think I'm rolling with the Vols here.
Ryan, you love
Just going
Vandy
off
too.
my feelings, I'm going with Tennessee here.
All right, I'll be the.
They
contrarian.
both pissed me off this year, honestly, a couple times.
I'll be like how they do on game day. I'll save the show. I'm going with Vandy.
I hope you're right. I'll be rooting for Vandy.
All right. Iron Bowl, Bama giving under a touchdown to Auburn, who's only won one game in the SEC this year. Do they do it to Alabama again?
I don't think so. I think Alabama gets the victory here.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
They were talk about Alabama's quarterback really needs to, like, after he was kind of the darling for a little while, probably should come back to school for another year. So if you were going to have any trepidation about it, because he's not playing as well as he once was, but I'd still roll with Bama.
Oklahoma given 10.5 at home to LSU. LSU has now officially fired Brian Kelly, by the way. Will they pay him? We don't know, but will they win this game? That I do know, and the answer is no.
No, they will not.
Oklahoma wins this game by 2 scores, maybe 3. LSU is terrible. One of our worst picks of the year.
Yeah,
But somehow you picked them. So do they have the people there? Like, not coaching and stuff and culture, but do they have the actual players that you never do know in a game like that with those points can come through? Or no?
They do, but Oklahoma, I think, is so good on defense, and LSU has been so inept on offense this year. Oklahoma is going to hold this team down. I actually probably like the under in this game, too.
yeah. I mean, Nussmeier, for a guy that we thought like of an upperclassman who should have been shoehorned into the Heisman Trophy race, has just been, I mean, underwhelming at best this
I
year.
think the total tells you everything you need to know, and I think people are going to bet the over because it's such a low total for college football, but 36.5, that's like an Iowa game total. I love the under here.
Yeah, I like
All
it.
right. We got 2 games left to talk about, and I left them last on purpose. The Ducks go to Washington, Husky Stadium, 3:30 CBS. They're laying 6.5. Jimmy's blowing on his phone for good luck. I don't know what's happening there, but
They got fucking dust on it.
this is the part where you give a pick.
I mean, you've taught me that Washington is a tough place to play. I think the number leans me towards Oregon. So if it's 6.5, less than a score, less than a touchdown, I'm going to roll with the Ducks.
Ryan, are you quacking?
Yep. Only because I really don't know, and Oregon's Oregon. They're a solid org.
Yeah, look, Oregon's got the 12th best offense when it comes to total yards and 8th when it comes to points scored. Their defense is goddamn good. They're 3rd when it comes to the yards allowed and 8th in points allowed. They're only given 6.5. We would be insane to think that Washington is going to do anything in this game. Right? Well, call me crazy. Washington has a great offense. They're a top 10 offense. They're a top 20 defense. They're at home, Husky Stadium. The Ducks are classic for stubbing their toes in this spot. Give me the Huskies. Forget the points. Take the money line. Huskies upset the Ducks on Black Friday. And the Ducks miss the playoffs.
No, sir. We gotta update you.
And here's
Going
why
the
they
other
miss
way.
the playoffs, Ryan. Because I'll make the pick before the homer goes. Michigan, Ohio State, 9.5. Are you nuts? 9.5 points. You're going to the big house. You're going to jail, folks.
You got 10 right now.
I told you this at the beginning of the year. It's called the horseshoe because you're lucky if you get to play there because you're going to get the W. It's called the big house because we're going to take you to Pound Town and put you in jail. Michigan covers easy and upsets Ohio State. Michigan wins their 5th in a row, wins this game by 2 scores.
I sure hope that is the case.
And, Jimmy, they make the playoffs.
I mean, now, yeah. Be fantastic.
Jesus.
Yes. No, I think I got 10 points right now on DraftKings. I'm definitely would not lay the 10 with Ohio State in the big house.
Look,
I think that Michigan's coming alive. I don't know that they win the game. I'm not as confident as Greg. I sure as hell hope they do. I'll be rooting like hell while I'm working, looking at my phone on and off because we all have to work this Saturday. So let's find a way to sneak some of the game action in. But 10 at home, Michigan's had their number. Give me Michigan.
go ahead, Ryan. Tell us why Ohio State's going to win.
Man, this is a tough one because I'm a Michigan fan, so it's one that I'm not going to bet, just like the Patriots. If I'm betting somebody, I'm not betting against them. I'm going to bet for them.
I'll
I
give you the
think
$6. Just fucking put it on Michigan in the money line. I'll
think-
Venmo you the list.
I
want you to have a little fun.
I think this is the year they get really fucked up at home.
This is what I want you
Sorry.
to do. I want you to put in a Michigan, Washington, moneyline parlay.
Ooh.
No.
Jimmy's
No.
going to put it together right now. I'll tell you what it pays. It's going to be over 10-1, Jimmy. It's going to
No,
happen.
thank you.
It's happening. It's happening on.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. I really am.
We're going to wrap up college football with this one last shot.
Get you a 12-1.
12-1. There you go. And there's probably a boost out there, a little boosty, get you to 18-1. Jimmy, we're going to wrap up the segment with this one more time. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Jimmy, correct me if I'm wrong. Our capacity is up to 103,000, or is it 110 now?
I'll find out right this second.
I think it's more than 103. I'm not being. I don't know the exact number.
Jimmy's going to give us the exact number.
Capacity is 107.6.
107.6, Keegan. And the cheapest ticket to get into this game, $300. Again, if you'd like to see Kansas and Utah, you can pay $7. $300 to see us. $7, Keegan. $7.
Is it 7 like this or 7 like this? I don't know.
I think you can pay either way in Kansas.
Maybe no.
I would like to pay with a 5, a 1, and 4 quarters.
Just bring your best 700.
We have hit that point.
All right, before we get to the NFL, I got a question. Interested to know. As we get to Saturday and Sunday, what leftover are you looking forward to heating up from Thanksgiving?
I'm sorry to just go quick, but I'm going to tear up some turkey a million different ways, make my stock, maybe make some sandwiches with cranberry sauce.
Oh,
maybe I'll do something else. Maybe I'll make some meatballs out of it. I don't know. Whatever.
I'll do the.
If you say green bean casserole, you're going to be kicked out of the show.
That's hot at dinner with the Krispies. No, I do the combo. You got to do the combo plate. You chop the mashed potatoes, some corn on top, stuffing on the side, turkey on top, little gravy. Heat it up, mix it together. You basically got a KFC chicken bowl at home.
Now, that's a great answer. If anyone listened to the Thanksgiving Day show, that was a terrible answer. This was a great Thanksgiving answer.
That's the leftovers. That's how you work leftovers.
So Thanksgiving, when it's fresh, you're like, fuck that. Give me some salami and cheese and a bread.
Yeah. Thanksgiving and watching football. I got a Bloody Mary. I want a skewer of all the cold cuts. Yeah.
All the fresh meat cold cuts.
Yeah, all the fresh cold cuts. After dinner, when you're later, you're hungry.
Fresh.
Yeah.
So you're right. They're aged, freshly cut. Homemade.
Look, after I pay my $7 to get in to watch Kansas and Utah, I will come home, and I kind of have a combo of what you guys are talking about. I will put turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, gravy between 2 slices of bread, and that'll be my Thanksgiving Day sandwich.
What also I do that I highly recommend is, and Jimmy, your kids will love this crap. So you take a slice of French bread and you just go through it like 3/4 of an inch, brush it with a little oil, rub it with a little garlic, put a little fresh Parmesan on it, and like just throw it in there for like 2 minutes on broil. Amazing.
To make garlic bread.
We give you picks. We give you recipes.
Yeah. But it's amazing.
It sounds awesome. Yeah. I love the bread. I'm in.
All right. NFL, let's recap last week. What pissed you off the most from last week?
Oh, God. Fucking Kansas City.
Okay. Kansas City getting the win just because you hate them?
No, because I lost money. I don't give a shit that I hate. I don't hate them.
You kind of do.
No, I'm open to Kansas City. I'm good. I have great respect for them, honestly. I don't hate them. I was saying that in the last episode that they didn't have as great weapons, but it doesn't mean I don't want him to be successful. I think he's a good dude. He's not a bad dude. He's not a good dude. I don't know. He's just a great player. He's a winner. So
I think he's a good dude. I don't think he's done anything.
But I'm saying I don't give a fuck one way or the other. I'm just saying he's a great player. He likes to win. He's just got the heart of a champion. You got to respect that.
Patrick, for the record, I think you're a great dude. Come on the show anytime. Jimmy, your thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And bring Travis to go. Jimmy, your thoughts?
But what pissed me off the most about last weekend was that somehow Trevor Lawrence escapes with a win, even though he threw 3 interceptions. This guy just somehow wins games where he plays poorly, and now we're dealing with the Jaguars gumming up the works just to get blown out of their first playoff game should they make it in.
I feel bad because I say it every show, and people are probably like, "We know, Greg, we know." Just like I was saying last year about the Vikings, the Jags could be the worst 7-4 team in the history of sports. Ryan shaking his head like he does every episode because we all sit here and we can't believe it. The only
Well,
good thing the
Well, I
Jags
also say
have,
the Patriots are in the same boat. Look who they've beaten based on what happened. Like you start looking at their record, and I'm feeling all good and joyful. And this week I looked and like watched a
Yeah,
breakdown. I'm
but
like, oh my god! Like,
yeah,
yes, we're winning and doing the right things, and it looks solid on paper. Come on, Jimmy, you got to look at the people we've
it
played.
does. But here's the thing with the Patriots. The Patriots also look good on the field, like the eye test. Jacksonville, you're watching it, you're like, these pricks. Like Trevor Lawrence fumbles a ball, does this, and then somehow falls into the end zone week 5 or so, and they win the game.
this guy
Last week he throws 3 picks, and they somehow win the game in overtime because the Cardinals receiver decides to spin the ball instead of hand it to the refs with
I get
15
it.
seconds left to go.
I would love to be a homer. I'm sorry to segue away from Jacksonville there, but like the Patriots, like they make me so nervous when I looked at it. And I'm thinking in my head, what happens when we go up against Buffalo? Well, okay, we're gonna find that out again. But like, what happens when we go against Baltimore or Pittsburgh for that matter? You know what I mean? Or the Colts. I'm terrified of them. Forget the NFC teams.
Well, I'll say
Looking
this. The only thing the Jags have going for him is that kicker literally is insane. He could probably hit
kick from
he could probably hit
85.
90.
Yeah, it's like
Getting out of
stupid.
You guys hitting 64-yarders like they're extra points.
Yeah.
If I want to talk about my one positive from last week, because this was pretty much the only thing I got right, and I think I said it to you guys, but I got somehow New England at -1.5, under 47.5, and I think it finished just shy of that, and I won.
46 it landed on. That was a
Yeah,
good
and I
one.
won like 5 units. It was, but it was a barn burner a couple times in the third and fourth. I was worried.
The one that pissed me off was the team that you just referenced that you don't know if you can beat, and you are better than them, and that's the Bills. The Bills are they're just not a good football team, and they're not coached well.
And what's happening? Like, it's very confusing. I'm sorry to say it again, but like, I'm just confused by them. Like, Josh is amazing. Their defense, they got a bunch of people back. What happened?
I think we're finally just like going to have to accept it. Cook is absolutely on fire, and they go away from the guy half the time.
Unbelievable.
Like, the guy can't be stopped. He's a dynamic player, and we don't use him. Like, they are not a well-coached team. They have weapons, and they don't use them.
Yeah.
And their defensive scheme is always terrible. How do you
Well, they've got a ton of defenders, though. What did they bring 3 guys back from a few years ago, I think?
Yeah.
And they still can't get it right? Like, they were very good a couple of years ago. Like, and maybe that's because the Pats were so freaking bad, and I had to suffer through that.
I just don't even know how you lose this game. I mean, it is just mind-boggling that they lost this game. And it's just a sign of a bad team. Davis Mills throws for 153 yards and beats you.
Yeah, I mean, that's embarrassing. There's no question there.
Yeah, and this is Josh Allen coming off his 6-touchdown game. I mean, the Texas defense is really, really good. But
I apologize, everyone. Someone's kicking a field goal on my screen again.
Who did you want to tell about that?
Again, I hope he misses his next 32 attempts. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean the Texas defense though, like that, they don't watch a lot of Texans games start to finish. The first, obviously we catch them on red zone, but they really, they were good. They were scary good.
And that's going to be what Bills fans say. Well, hey, what do you want from Josh Allen? He got sacked 8 times. You're absolutely right. I don't blame Josh Allen, but could you have a blocking scheme? Maybe offensive coordinator, maybe one.
Yeah.
Could you make a halftime adjustment, McDermott? Or do you just accept that Josh is going to be put on his ass fucking another 4 times?
Well, that's what I don't know that people understand. Like we talked about Mahomes in the last episode, I mean, he had unbelievable, potentially future Hall of Fame, like 2 sets of linemen on the left side. And like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's hard to figure out what's going on.
Again.
Yeah, when Mahomes, the Super Bowl that Mahomes just lost, it was kind of like how the Eagles beat the Patriots. They were able to rush forward and get pressure on them the whole time, right? They just destroyed them. But Mahomes does overcome those. Look, I think that's like kind of his superpower. He makes the plays when he has to, and Josh Allen is absolutely fantastic, but he does have to get over that hump. Lamar Jackson's the same way, right? Lamar's even worse. Josh shows up in the playoffs. He just doesn't make the one play to win the big game. Lamar just borderline disappears in most of his playoff games.
Yeah, I
But they
hate
both
it
have
for
to
him
figure
too.
that out and slay the dragon at some point, like the clutch gene, whatever you want to call it. But Mahomes just makes it happen in the playoffs when it counts the most, and that's why it's frustrating because we always think we got them, and it's like this is the year they're not great, and then when the moment's big, he's the same player or better, and the other guys are just kind of there. And I do blame play calling on the Bills losing last week during the playoffs to a point. I think that a fourth down, I thought Josh Allen had the first, but at the same time, like you just got to make it definitive. You got to take out the champ. You can't dodge the champ. You can't hope to win the decision. You got to knock him out.
No, the only quarterback who I have faith in against Mahomes, because he's done it already, is Burrow. He's the only one who has stood up to the test.
Yeah, because Joe Burrow is not scared of the moment. He shows up.
He's got a huge nutsack.
Nope. Yeah, he's not. And he started in LSU. I mean, he was not as scared of Bama. He didn't care where he went. He just fucking put up numbers.
Yep.
The other one that I think stood out to me was not as much as a great comeback and win for the Cowboys. I think we exposed the Eagles here. I don't think the Eagles are as good as everyone thinks. They talked about maybe we're going to see that collapse like we saw 2 years ago. I think people are onto something here. You cannot blow a 21-0 lead in a division game on the road and not score.
I want to blow my brains out. Like, I was so angry.
Well, we had some money going the other way in a parlay.
Yeah, so I was pretty happy. It was one of my best plays of the week.
Well, congratulations. I fucked it up, but it really upset me. Like 20, and I'm like, oh, it's beginning of the second quarter. We're good. And then, bada boom.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Like AJ Green or not AJ Green. AJ Brown had a good game. It seems like when they get him involved, it would make sense that they'd win, but they lose when he's involved. When they play, have to win the game, and it's not pretty. They win. I don't know. It could just be a complete coincidence because they were out to a good lead and they couldn't hold them. And Eagles were just coming off a game where their defense looked pretty good in Green Bay. But, and Saquon can't get it going this year. I don't know, mate. Yeah, you might be onto something.
Here's a question I wrote down to throw out. I'd love to hear your opinion. I think at this point, George Pickens has proven he might be the number one in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, well, CD has a drop problem. I mean, they would have one more win if they didn't drop all those balls at the beginning of the year. This thing would be flipped on it, right? They'd be so. Yeah, I think
he's Dak's number one, and Dak's looking his way.
Yeah. He doesn't have the speed, the elusiveness as CD, not quite, but he's really good and he catches 50-50 balls.
I think he's got the speed. I mean, he's the deep threat.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to look quicker though. Like he just gets separation more, where he maybe runs crisper routes, and that's the reason. Where Pickens seems like the go ball guy who can just get moss you.
Do that, right? Every time I click into a new screen and a fucking ad plays and a field goal gets kicked.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah.
What do you want on the site? What do you want from me?
Well,
I just wanted to bring it up. 67 receptions for 1,050. He's averaging 15.7 a catch.
Yeah.
What's CD?
Pickens.
No, what's CD? Probably right there on your screen.
Hold on, I gotta watch
another field goal.
Yep, let me watch another field goal now. Get you CD's numbers. CD is 44 for 632. 2 TDs versus 8. He's averaging 14 and a half yards.
So I'm not worried about the okay, that helps too. But like I'm not worried about the receptions and the yards, but the TDs is weird. Like 8-2 is weird.
Yeah, Pickens. I mean, look, Pickens. I think is becoming the threat. In my opinion, I think it was the. And you challenge me if you think of another one. I think Pickens was the best pickup of the offseason by somebody.
Oh.
And I think he was used the wrong way by the Steelers.
I guess you could say Daniel Jones might be the argument against that.
Maybe.
The old Indiana Jones.
Michigan's crushing the other team, by the way. I didn't see the team.
Michigan's
a good win.
Good this
All right, last one from last week for me was, again, I said this on our other show too. I think the Lions played a terrible game. Didn't look good. I don't know if the rumbling start can Goff actually take us to the promised land or not. But what I thought was awesome to see was Gibbs and Hutchinson stepped up when they needed it. And how many times do you see a walk-off sack? I mean, I thought that was just freaking great.
And I think you're going a little hard at them. Like they're still growing. I know they had a monstrous season last year.
Ryan, you got to blow the fucking Giants out at home if you're a top team with a top offense. You got to win that game 49-14.
They showed they were not on the same page at the beginning of season 2, and then they got back to it. I don't remember what the record is, but like they're solid enough. And Goff, who are you going to get in there that's better, that's not in a bad situation? Like, who would you get?
Joe
Nobody.
Burrow.
Okay, whatever. But same thing, right? Like Dak's the same problem in Dallas. There's nobody out there better you can just let plug in.
No, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Why not Joe Flacco? He's been to 85 teams the past 2 years.
Well, I think he's proven he sucks, but
Yeah, look,
Yes, agreed.
if there was going to be an indictment on them, it's that this happened in Detroit. But like I said, they're not going to Goff over the hump. It won't matter till the playoffs hit, and then if he loses in the playoffs again, that'll be where the argument comes from. And he had an outlet.
It'll just help. There's nobody better.
Yeah, they love him in Detroit.
they do.
He's a good person.
So are we going to talk about the big win of the week at some point here?
Go. What's the big one?
I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait.
Cleveland Browns, baby.
I'm excited. I thought it was great. Listen, if that guy's a firecracker, if nothing else, all the stuff I've thought and said in the past, you guys know. I don't know, man. Maybe it's the Lightning. Maybe it was one just random week, and he made a wish and it came true, and he's going to get killed for the next bunch of weeks, and then we'll not be back.
Well, you know what did help? Browns had 10 sacks.
10
Right.
sacks.
I know. Killers. They didn't beat the record, but they got close. What was it, 11.5 or 12, I think?
Yeah, I think it was 11 or 12. You're right on the money there. But that's what makes me sad about the team is that their defense is so good. If we just had any semblance of an offense, because if we get a lead and the other team feels like they need to try to come back, like we get after the quarterback, like we can hold them down.
I know it's legendary, but when you start looking at the stats of quarterbacks in your I want to call it a country almost, like the last 25 years, it's beyond ridiculous.
42 or 43.
Yeah, it's something just totally stupid.
I'm glad they announced Shador as a starter this week. What's the point of putting Gabriel back in unless if we were sure he was the future, you play Gabriel, but we're not sure. See what you got in the other rookie. See what happens. If he's not great, you're in the same place as you started. It doesn't really make a difference.
Forget anything else. He was beaming. He was beaming at those interviews. He's energetic. Who gives a shit what else is going on? You got no chance to do anything else. Give the kid a chance.
Yeah, they got San Francisco at home next weekend. Then they've got Tennessee at home. They could beat Tennessee. They should beat Tennessee. I expect them to get after a rookie quarterback. I think they could surprise people and beat the Niners. They're not going anywhere this year. It doesn't matter. But if they won 3 games in a row, like that would be unbelievably huge for Cleveland.
And not to be a douche, but to go the total other way. If they lose 3 in a row, then we move on. And life goes on, And that's what you were talking about a couple weeks ago. Like, let's just get him out there. Gabriel didn't do jack.
You got to evaluate the players so we know what to do next year.
You have a defense that, for whatever reason, is still playing hard. I still can't figure it out, but they're playing hard.
Myles Garrett has a chance to get the sack record for the year.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
I'd like to point out
there's a chance
the Cleveland Browns for 3 fucking minutes now. What are we doing?
We can keep going. I'm excited. I think it's fun.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan.
Here's my take. If they trusted Sanders, why are we lining up Judkins and the Wildcat in the red zone?
Because we're stupid.
Well, he scored twice.
That's different.
No, I think that's just good play. Judkins is their best offensive player. They have no talent on offense. They've got Fannin looks like he's going to be a stud. Isaiah Bond is going to be sneaky good.
Yeah, if you got a quarterback, he's going to be good.
Yeah. So
Sanders is not the answer. Let's get that out right fucking now.
Don't listen. I'm not going that way. I'm saying it's exciting. Who cares? I don't care about the Cleveland Browns. I hope for them. It doesn't mean I care. It's entertaining.
Thank you for your hope.
You're welcome. I love
that.
watching Dallas. I don't give a shit whether they're amazing or horrible on Thanksgiving and Detroit. Period.
Yeah,
I would like to see them continue to play each other for the rest of the time.
What is the Myles Garrett has 18 sacks this season? What's the record? Is it 24?
24, I believe.
Is it Gastineau? Who the hell got it? I don't even know.
Well, Strahan had it.
Strahan.
Did he? Did he beat it?
Yeah.
Gastineau was up there. I think when
the classic
they
Brett
didn't start
Favre taking
recording
the lay
until
down.
1984, if I remember.
Yeah, when Brett Favre classically basically laid down so he could get the sack.
22 and
22.
Oh,
He's got 18 with 6 games to go.
Dude,
it's not just held by Strahan, by the way.
Who tied him? Watt, one of the Watts.
Which one?
I'm going to say TJ.
Ryan goes JJ,
I'm going TJ.
and he goes TJ. Jimmy wins.
Nice job, buddy.
It was a couple years ago.
I've always loved you. Don't worry. Doesn't matter.
Sorry. But I think Myles Garrett gets 5 over the next 6 games.
He might get 20 in the next 6 games. Jesus
He might
Christ.
have 30 sacks this year, the way he's going.
That is not a terrible bet, by the way, since we're on a show that talks about gambling. Whatever number you want to pick, like, he's pretty high up there. I don't know what the odds are, but start thinking about it and look at the schedule, because that guy is mad.
If he's within 2 going to the last game of the season, and there's any chance in hell that Burrow's not playing and it's Joe Flacco, you better believe Myles Garrett's getting 3 or 4 against
or
the
25 again.
Statue that is Flacco the last game.
Well, yeah, and what they need to do, I told you this before on many shows, Jimmy, just do this guy a favor. Can you just trade him, please?
Oh, God, they got to. The poor guy.
Please.
The guy is going to be a legend. He is Reggie White. He's I don't know. He's everybody. Lawrence Taylor.
He doesn't even have to leave the state. Just go
Mean
down to
Joe
Cincinnati,
Yeah.
team up with Burrow, win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's only 29 years old. He's got 5-6 good seasons left.
Poor fucker. Like that dude. He's throwing his heart out there, and he's doing great.
All right, this is the worst 7 minutes in the show's history. Let's move on from the fucking Browns. Black Friday. This line, to me, Jimmy, I don't get it. The way the Bears have been lucky and the Eagles have not been. The Eagles are given a touchdown at home to the Bears in this stupid 3 o'clock Black Friday game we have to watch.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's been 3rd year in a row. We've had a Black Friday game.
Oh.
It's just such a dumb 3 p.m. Make it 8 o'clock. Make it a night
I've been
game.
off the last couple Black Fridays. God damn it.
Hey, not anymore.
Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Hey.
Happy to have you back.
Yeah. Company holiday, I thought.
Yeah.
We'll be sweating. Jimmy will be rocking. Go ahead, Jimmy. Your thoughts?
Feeling up. Yeah. Give me the Eagles.
I got distracted. Who the hell are their teams? Eagles and who?
Eagles and Bears. Eagles are giving a touchdown.
Fuck. Okay.
Hey, everyone, we prep real hard.
They're giving a touchdown?
They're giving a touchdown at
It's
home.
Eagles at
I'm
home.
taking
Bears
Eagles.
are. I think that tells you all you have to know. Bears are
taking Eagles,
overrated.
100%.
Eagles are going to get the get back game over Dallas.
Absolutely. No question about it.
Eagles blow them out of the map.
Take 2 on it if you want. Yep.
Well, boys.
Oh, here we go.
We come down to
This fucker
2 squares and a sharp.
with his fancy hat and shit.
Take
Yeah.
the Maniacs. Take the Bears. Yeah, what does that even mean?
This?
Yeah,
Every time I die.
fantastic. I thought it meant something about Erie.
No.
Erie time in somewhere. All right. I'm taking the Bears. Give me the touchdown with the Bears. Are you kidding me? I don't trust the Eagles at all. Like I said, look, Alex, I love you, but every time you score a touchdown, I have to hear that song. I want to blow my brains out.
Oh, fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah.
Give me a
what do we
fucking
do?
break with that shit. Hold on, I gotta check the bunny here.
And check the bunny. All right. We're going to have 2 Eagles and a Bears pick here. Good game here. Very, very important game here if the Texans want to pull off an unreal comeback, Jimmy. Texans getting 4.5 on the road versus the Colts. Can the Texans pull this off and get back in the division race?
They sure can. I think we saw that defense show up and how good they were. I think they can win the game, but I think based on how they play, they should get CJ Stroud back. I think they cover 4.5. I think the Colts can have some success. Jonathan Taylor's great, but like that defense looked unbelievable. If they were smart, they'd do like you said with James Cook. They just give it to Taylor over and over again, and they wouldn't let Daniel Jones get hung out to dry. But the Texans are good at every level on defense. I mean, they're really fun to watch. So I think they can.
I'm with you. I think the Texans win this game. I think they cover the 4.5, and I think they win on the field. I think the Texans get back in the division race. I still think the Colts are going to make the playoffs. They're a good team. They're a good story. Texans are still the better team, better talent. Their defense is phenomenal. I think eventually the Texans will start winning games based on their defense, especially later in the season. And give me the Texans here getting 4.5.
I'd also feel fairly comfortable taking the under 44.5 in this game because I think Houston will hold them. And I don't think Houston's got it. Their offensive line is still a struggle, so I think they're going to play somewhat conservative. But, 4.5, Houston.
I didn't do my research this week, but I'm going Colts and the under, actually, like you said. I think that's a win.
All right.
I got JT to waste all the time in the world once they get up.
Okay. So we got Ryan on the Colts and a couple Texans plays here.
You side with the square over there. You
Well,
gonna
I
say
didn't-
that, or are you
Jimmy's-
just gonna say it when you're against us?
No, Jimmy stumbled into a sharp side.
I knew there was some zinger coming. What an asshole!
Something was going there. Yeah.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut, boys.
GTID.
That's right.
Erie time in Denver. All right.
So like a weed reference?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure you guys went there too. All right.
We did.
I'm telling you, next year we're going to Topeka. Round up the boys.
Topeka.
I was going to let you pick first, but I feel like Jimmy might support me here. I got an upset special of the week.
Let's go, bro.
The Titans win the game on the field, beat the Jags, play them plus 240.
I just can't bet
The
against
problem
it,
is
man.
you two have never met a favorite you didn't like, but go ahead.
No, I would take the points. I would take the 6.5.
What did I teach you about spreads?
I know it's a bad
I'm
number.
not-
83% of the time, the spread
I'm
doesn't
avoiding
matter.
this completely. I don't care about the minus 330 on the money line. I'm out.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think Jacksonville's gotten just absolutely lucky week in, week out. I don't think they're that great of a team. Titans just played the Seahawks fairly well. I mean, and you know they played the Texans fairly well. That's why I would take the points in this one, because I think they could lose a close game, but I think they'll for sure keep it close. So I understand what you're saying. I don't hate you for taking the money line, but I would take the 6.5. I would rather it be 7, obviously. But again, Titans are losing close games to teams that are much better than the Jaguars.
Yep, Yep, that's why I'm taking them here. I think we're all probably going to say the Rams win, but does anyone want to take the 10.5 with the Panthers at home?
Yeah, it's at home, and the Rams
Jesus,
are coming off
that's rough.
like the Rams are coming off of like everybody's anointing them the best team in the NFC right now. Could they come back to earth? I mean, the Panthers have played pretty well.
Like, if everyone remembers, this was kind of the time last year where the Panthers started giving everybody fits and covering and playing close games and going overtime and all that shit.
Yeah. Look, I'll probably avoid this game, but gun to my head, I'd take the Panthers.
I'm out. No thanks.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say on that. I don't even know over under. Like, I can't figure it out.
I'll pass on this one myself. Jimmy, sell me on why the Browns are only a 4.5-point dog to the Niners.
Because their defense is that good. It's in Cleveland. It's going to be a cold out. Their defense is going to get after the Niners. You shut down McCaffrey and Kittle. You shut down the team at this point. I mean, Ricky Pearsall's back. He's playing already. Juwan Jennings, I get it. A nice player. But I think this is one where you could take Cleveland plus 200 on the money line and take a shot at them. So I would do that there. I would definitely take the Browns plus 4.5.
Look, I agree. It's in Cleveland where the Browns have been unbelievably dominant since 1999. They're 88 and 126, so I wouldn't want to go there. Look, I agree with Jimmy. It's in. Are you crazy? The Niners win this game. It's not even close. They blow them out.
No.
Thanks, Ryan.
No, I'm going with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Cleveland guy here. I think they're going to do this. I think their defense is going to hold them, and I think what Jimmy said was exactly right. Niners are still a little hurt. They're going to shut down CMC. They're going to start plugging holes, and they're going to win this by a fucking point if they have to.
Yeah, I think they win. But you want to give me 4.5? I'll take it.
We got to get someone to sing a jingle, 2 sharps on a square, and I did the other one.
Now, listen here, sir.
Listen,
We can't always be right, quote unquote.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
So I do want to be like the ones who went against us.
But you can't always be on the sharp side. Go ahead, Jimmy, your thoughts.
No, yeah, listen.
Well, again, that's a true statement. Sharps win, they don't win every game.
It can be, but we don't know the sharp side on this game yet. It's too early to tell.
No, the sharp side's probably the Browns. I'm not lying. You're probably right. I'm just busting your balls. I like the Browns in this game. I'm taking the 4.5.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the asshole's still
Yeah.
going. What a fucking dick.
I just love messing with Jimmy.
Shit. This Maine hockey fan, what an asshole.
I know.
Maine hockey is phenomenal. Jimmy got on the bandwagon last year. We had a great time. But, Ryan, can you tell me right now, and I'll wear it on our next show, that jersey, the number 1 ranked hockey team in the nation right now?
For D.
No, for D4. Yeah, obviously, D1. Who the fuck wants to talk about it?
I would foster a guess at BC.
Jimmy? Say it.
I don't know, but I'm gonna say it's the Golden Gophers.
It's Michigan. What the fuck's wrong with you? Come on, follow the hockey team, would you?
Yeah, I mean, we were into it last year, and it's so popular among the masses that the ESPN app updates every 30 minutes, so you don't know if you're winning or better.
Well, look, ESPN Plus, if you have Hulu, carries most of these games now, which is great. But once you get into the hockey playoffs, they're all on ESPN or ESPN2. So Jimmy's taking a shot, and it's still better than UFC. All right, back to NFL. I apologize.
Which literally nobody thinks other than you.
That's not true. The college hockey gets great. Ryan, tell him you're a hockey guy. Your nephew
I
plays high
fucking
level.
love it. I just watched the other day. It was amazing.
Hey, I'm not saying it's not great, but it does not compare popularity to the UFC.
Sell out every game.
Dude, he's playing center on the first line. It's amazing. He was +2 the other day, had a goal. It was awesome. Proud uncle, had nothing to do with it. Just love watching it. It's amazing.
When's he coming on the show to teach us all about high level hockey?
I don't know, but if you look him up like you did once, you'll see some new articles.
Well, look,
crazy.
I'd love him to be our first interview.
Maybe someday. I can't be making promises.
We got him on. Look, talk to him now. Get him on here for the hockey playoffs.
He's not really your nephew, is it? Is this like your girlfriend in Canada that we've never met?
That's a good one. Like, what is that, Weird Science? Yeah, that is Weird Science. Gary.
Yeah.
Gary has his girlfriend in Canada.
Yeah.
What about your girlfriend in Canada?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure, you know him. He's your nephew. Real tight.
Here comes a Jimmy obvious heart pick. Bucks only giving 3 to the Cards. Has Baker been ruled out yet?
Oh, he crushed me the other day. Damn that guy.
Do you know
Cards
has he been ruled out, Jimmy?
I don't think he's been ruled out yet. Because it's not there's no break or tear there, so he's going to be able to play. The Cardinals have been playing okay football though. That's the problem. So this is like one team. I mean, neither of them are playing great, but I have to think this is the week the Bucks get it. How about this? If they don't get it back, they're screwed. If the Bucks lose this game, they're done. Right?
Yeah.
So based on that, I think they do. I think they figure it out.
I'm going to tell you, I probably would jump. If you like the Cards and think Brissett can play a decent game, I'd probably jump on the 3 right now because from what I'm reading, I don't think Baker's going to play. Oh, they'd be nuts to roll him out here with a low-grade joint sprain in his left shoulder. If he gets tackled again and he lands the wrong way, he might be out for the year. So knowing they're 6-5 and could probably still beat a 3-8 team without Baker, I still like the Bucks, but I don't think Baker's going to play. So I would bet the Bucks here. But if you like the Cards, anyone out there, I'd bet the 3 now before this falls down because it's going to go off at 2 if Baker's out. Maybe a pick.
True.
Do we care about the Falcons and Jets?
No, I don't think so.
Can the Jets get a win?
Yeah, because like Taylor's playing, so they actually might maybe like. And Atlanta forgot that Atlanta seems to forget from time to time that Bijan Robinson plays for them.
I don't really know what you said there, but I think you said bet the Jets.
Yeah, they could because Taylor's playing.
I think you go Jets money line easy, man. Like the Jets are terrible. I've gone off on them before. I don't want to go on the specifics, but it's a bad org. Falcons are there. Bijan's there. They can just run all over them.
So you said bet the Jets, but I think you meant bet the
Sorry.
Falcons.
No, I meant bet the Jets. Apologies. I think the Jets are going to win this at home.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry.
I've never heard anyone say bet this team and then praise the other team.
I got confused. Never mind.
So,
cheers.
Ryan says Bijan is going to be great, but bet the Jets. All right. I am with Ryan on Bijan having a big game, but I don't really have an opinion in this game because it wouldn't surprise me if the Falcons won by 30 or lost by 30. Vikings, Seahawks, no opinion. I think the Seahawks win. Does anyone want to take a stand on the Vikings? Oh, Jimmy might.
So yes. Give me the Vikings because right now it's 10.5. I like the number.
It's a good number.
I like the number, and
Seahawks have been just murdering people.
And look, I think Sam Darnold is proving that he's a worthy NFL quarterback. But you know who knows him better than anyone else other than the Seahawks? The Vikings. And I think they're going to have a plan for him. So I think they probably win, but it's going to be close. 10.5 is a lot of points. I'll take the Vikings. Good defensive coordinator in Minnesota. Solid defense. Knows Sam Darnold pretty well.
Could have stopped that. I'll take the Vikings. You made a good point. You didn't have to kill.
Yeah, it's a lot of points too.
I'm
That's just
Right, it's a lot
high.
of points. Thanks, Ryan.
It's a good number. I think the Seahawks win, but I don't fault you for 10.5. It's a good number. Well, the only thing that prevents me from lining up with you here is this game is in Seattle. And do I trust JJ against the 12th man? I do not.
Maybe. It's a tough one, but 10.5 is always a lot.
I think we saw all we needed to see last week of the Raiders. I think the Chargers coming off the bye just fucking pound them.
Agreed.
I'm actually laying 10 here. I've already made the bet.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Yep, I agree.
All right. Do the Bills turn it around, go to Pittsburgh at 425, lay 3.5 and cover?
I think they do.
It's tough. They've been so unpredictable.
You're either going to be up against Mason Rudolph or a broken hand Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But-
I don't know.
Yeah, but the Steelers have always had a defense. I don't know their stats this year, but they've always had coordination.
They haven't
you know?
been great this year. They still have some key components there.
Well, TJ can wreck a game at any time.
He can. I think the Bills probably get the Steelers really have to win this game, but I don't think they do.
I don't trust the red-nosed reindeer at all, so I'm all over the Bills here, giving 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of a toss-up.
The night games suck this week. Terrible scheduling job. Well, I shouldn't say that. Let me take that back because
Thank you very much.
if the Commanders were healthy, this would probably have been a good game. But Broncos are laying 6.5 in Washington. I think the Broncos win. I got no opinion on the spread.
I would lay the 6.5 with the Broncos.
Yeah, and I don't blame you for doing it. The Broncos defense is really good.
Yeah.
The Commanders stink.
I think so too.
And then this is almost insulting that the Patriots even have to play. I mean, let's just give them the win and move on. The Patriots laying 7 against the Giants. Patriots win easy. I'm going to lay the 7 here.
Yeah, I would lay the 7 as well. In theory, at the beginning of the season, this probably looked good when they thought the Giants might do something. Well, I don't know why you would have, but it's a New York Boston game, Monday night, holiday weekend.
Patriots
Made sense.
They're going to be Jimmy. The Patriots are going to be 11-2.
Can you imagine if that happens?
Hey, can you imagine if they're 10-3 and how crazy that would be?
No, that's fine too. I specifically remember you guys discussing this preseason, and I remember like, oh yeah, I mean 8-9 wins, that'd be amazing. Like
I said they were a
making
playoff
progress.
team. Jimmy said they were a year or two early.
No, I remember. And then
Yeah,
first
look,
time
Drake May has impressed. I'll give him credit where credit's due. He looks like, he's the real deal. He's not, he took the step forward. He had a solid rookie season. It wasn't spectacular. He wasn't the one of the guys we were talking about. He wasn't the Jaden Daniels or Bo Nix, but he's made the most progress. I mean, he's blown Bo Nix away now.
with no coaching, like previously. You know what I mean? This is the first year he got some serious. I mean, whatever you think of Daniel, like, seems to get results.
Yeah, he's a great coordinator, a terrible head coach.
Agreed. Twice, right? I think twice.
Yeah, he's failed at that twice.
Fucking
And he's
horrible.
gone back and been successful on offense. Like, this is what you're good at.
Yeah.
You're a lifetime assistant manager, my friend.
Yeah. Stand
This
at
is
this
where- this is your
40% of the game. This is where you can hang out.
As soon as we give you your own thing, you're harassing people and calling it got HR complaints. Like, we can't trust you on your own. You need to be watched.
All right. So, Jimmy, we're going to end the show with kind of what you brought up to me. So, right now, if the playoffs started, it would be Patriots, Broncos, Colts, Ravens, Chargers, Jags, and Bills would be the 7 in. So the next batch of teams are Texans, Steelers, Chiefs. The rest don't really have a chance. So out of those teams, who falls out of the top 7 and who goes into the top 7?
So it's really tough to think that Kansas City's not going to jump into the top 7. I also think that Houston has a very realistic chance of jumping into the top 7. I will say Jacksonville falls out.
Yep.
I think Pittsburgh stays out. I think there's a chance Pittsburgh still gets a winning season, goes 9-8, but doesn't make the playoffs. So that means if I think Jacksonville's out and Houston and Kansas City's in, I'm struggling with the last team that I think might fall out. Now, this might be completely insane, but I think it's going to be either the Chargers or the Colts. I think if Houston goes on a run, okay, and the Colts somehow start to falter, there is a chance that after this unbelievable start, we see it fall down, and it starts this weekend if they win. If it goes to 8-4, and the Texans are sitting at 7-5, it's primed for that to be a possibility. But that's what I think. I think Pittsburgh stays out. I think Jacksonville and Kansas City swap, and then I think there's a chance that Houston and Indianapolis swap.
Ryan?
I don't hate any of what he said other than Indianapolis. I don't think is going to fail. I haven't looked at the schedule, but they just seem strong. He keeps running.
I'll tell you who
Tanner
they've
keeps
got.
throwing.
So again, a lot of this is hinged on this week because they're playing each other. But after that, they got the Jags, easy win. But then they've got the Seahawks, the Niners, the Jags again, and then they end with the Texans. So if the Texans somehow can take those two games, they completely flip it right there.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I say could happen.
It's weird. Jimmy brings up a good point. I had this written down. It's weird because the Texans kind of control their own destiny still, even after this terrible start. Because if they ran the table, they would beat the Colts twice and have the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Running the table's a lot of work, though. We can't take that for granted.
It's 12-5 for a team that everyone thought was going to be 12-5 or 11-6.
I get it. I'm just saying
Now,
it's a lot of work once people have seen you.
Look,
we're already into the season. There's plenty of film.
I'm with Jimmy. The Jags fall out of the top 7. Do the Texans take it? Do the Steelers take it? Do the Chiefs move up? Because the Chiefs do Chief things. Do the Bengals come out of nowhere? No,
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
No, they don't.
Now you can stop.
9-8 and win the
We're
Very
not
simple.
gullible for a third time.
No, but
All right. No, I honestly, I think the Jags, and I'm with Jimmy. I think the Jags fall out in either the Texans or Chiefs. Texans, Chiefs, and Colts. 2 of the 3 make the playoffs.
Colts,
Yep.
Chiefs.
So Texans are out. I'm going to stick with what I said preseason, and that is it's going to be the Texans taking over the Jags spot, and then we basically nail. But besides the Ravens and Bengals, we basically nailed the AFC, Jimmy.
yeah,
Because we liked. But again, you can't predict Joe Burrow not playing, so unfortunately that just screwed us right over.
Yeah, that's tough.
The NFC is a little different here. If the playoffs started today, it would be Rams, Eagles, Bears, Bucks, Seahawks, Packers, Niners, Lions first out. Panthers second out, Cowboys in 10th. What happens in the NFC?
all right. So I think the Lions get in.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think
the Packers fall out.
I think the Packers. I think there's a chance the Niners fall out. I think they're just so riddled with injury. I know they've got talent. I think there's a real chance the Niners fall out. I think Dallas doesn't make it. I mean, look, this week's going to tell us a lot, but I think Dallas doesn't make it. And then I want to say Carolina doesn't make it, but it just really depends on Baker Mayfield. Because Tampa, even with this faltering as of recent, they should still be in the driver's seat to win that division. So that's the only one that's tricky. Like, I think Detroit knocks out potentially San Francisco, maybe Green Bay, but I think San Francisco. And then it's Carolina or Tampa who, like, I'm going to still put my money on Tampa. I think Dallas, unless their defense really starts to play tough, I don't know that they can get there. But, yeah, I'm going to stick with that. San Francisco doesn't make it. Detroit takes their spot. Everything else stays the same.
I don't hate his logic anywhere, and I just hope and think that Dallas is just done. They're just going to keep flailing.
I think Detroit and Green Bay flip. And I don't think the Panthers overtake the Bucks. I think the only team that has an outside chance to get in is the Cowboys if the Niners go on a slide, like Jimmy's saying.
And the Niners' schedule is not terribly difficult. I mean, let's say they get by the Browns this weekend. Then they've got the Titans. Then they've got the Colts, Bears, and Seahawks.
It's three.
It's not it's a strong schedule on paper, but I'm predicting the Colts start to slide. We all agree the Bears are getting lucky, and the Seahawks aren't. Let's see if Sam Darnold can play well down the stretch. So
they're not better than any of those three teams. They could lose all three. To your point,
They could lose all
they
three.
could,
And
finish 9-8.
and if they lose to the
Cowboys
Browns this
could
week,
finish 10-5-1, or excuse me, 6-1, and get in.
yeah, it could happen.
All right, it's been a fun show. Any final thoughts?
Ryan,
Let's go Patriots Monday night.
Monday night. Michigan basketball is legit this
Michigan
year.
Basketball,
They're
Michigan
crushing 'em.
hockey, Michigan football, all looking good. Maniacs, still a top 10 team. Jimmy, best bet for the weekend.
Best bet for the weekend. I'm going to tell you, let's just stick with Thanksgiving Day. I think Detroit -2.5 is a gift.
I'm posting this on Thanksgiving Day, so let's.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
all right. So for the weekend. Well, hey, then. We'll see if I was
We did a
Nostradamus.
Thanksgiving Day show, but Jimmy slept during it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, you know.
He's had 3 beers, folks. We're off the rails.
Yeah. Best. I'm gonna go Texans. I think Texans 4.5 is the best. Is a home run.
All right. I said it once. I'm gonna end the show with it. Huskies upset the Ducks. Michigan defends the Big House. Upsets Ohio State. Michigan plays in the Big Ten Championship. Upsets Indiana in a week. Michigan makes the college playoffs. And you know what, Jimmy? It's never under until we hang another banner and Michigan's over.